Hi, everybody. My name is Lacy Hart, and I am the founder and CEO of Spiritual Grace. And I have an amazing, beautiful woman here with me today named Erin. And we are so excited to talk to you and tell you all about how we met, what we're about, some things about us, and all the things we love. So, Erin, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Lacy. You know, I am so thrilled to be here. Any time that I spend with you just is such a joy, and it just feels like such a gift. So I am thrilled to be here. And I want to say hi to everybody that's watching, and we appreciate you taking your time to tune in and share this time with us. We do know that time is everybody's most precious resource. You know, you can kind of replace just about anything in life except time.
Absolutely. So thank you again, Erin. And I feel the same. Anytime that we get to talk, I learned so much from you, and I just love your energy, and we're so compatible with our sagginess and our chart. I'm obsessed with that. So thank you. And I would like to start by telling everybody how we met and how long we've known each other, and just kind of give everybody a background of how do we even know each other? So you can go ahead and start, and I will just come
in. Well, hi, everybody. I am Erin Koczur. I am the creator and founder of the Lightworker Development School, as well as a founding partner in Coach Talk Cafe. And oh gosh, was it about a year and a half ago, maybe a little bit more than that? Lacy and I were in a spiritual business mastermind together, and we got to know each other a little bit there. And then over the course of time, each one of us was, very focused on our business, on our clients, on just everything going on in our lives. But we kept in touch. We would say hi and keep in touch and support each other any way we could. And then, wow, I started to notice this massive shift. And I saw, oh my gosh, Lacy, who is always authentic, she literally stepped into a stronger, brighter, clearer version of herself. This evolution, the transformation and the growth, it was so bright and so shiny, there was no way you could not see it. And I was like, oh my gosh, girl, I need to talk to you.
That's exactly what you said.
It was just like, whoa. And yes, what I was just seeing and noticing when we did get together to talk, I was accurate in how I perceived the energy and the shift and the change and the transformation. And so now, we're working together.
Yes.
I'm so excited about that. Yes.
So, Erin, you're exactly right. And it was like, and everybody talks about spiritual awakenings, but we go through many.
Life is, everything is about growth and evolution. And here's the simplest way of understanding it. Even if you take a plant, all right, in order for that plant, it's not gonna just stay where it is. If it just stays where it is, it's not living. We either grow and evolve, even if it's not super noticeable on the outside, there's always growth going on. And if there isn't, you are not living, or actually you're dying, you're declining.
I agree.
So when someone says, oh, I had a spiritual awakening, or I had a transformation, absolutely, and we're going to celebrate that. Guess what? You're going to keep having one. there is always something new to do, be, have, experience, and learn every single day. And anyone who thinks that they have reached a pinnacle of something, quite honestly, take another look at it.
Absolutely.
Because when you get there, usually that's when we say, okay, we're on the other side. We did all we came to do.
But, and you think about it, when you look at, and there's so many people that do feel that way. And when you look at it though, the next step is that perspective change. The one where you're like, oh my gosh, I don't know anything, because we can be an expert at something, and then we learn more and more and more, and you can be an expert at the beginning of it, but we never quit learning. Like, we never quit growing. The knowledge never stops coming in. And I love that today on the CTC talk, which I am a founding partner of Coach Talk Cafe too, that we talked about the evolution of the learning, how in law of attraction, once you're interested in something, that knowledge just gets put, you can't ignore. Yep. You cannot ignore it. It will be everywhere, in a magazine, in a book, on a billboard, on a YouTube ad. And the universe is like, hey, I know you're interested in this. Hey, and just knock
at the same time. And this is something that, because there are many laws in the universe, but usually the only one people hear about is the law of attraction. And there is widespread misunderstanding. Okay, so just like you said, when we are here in our thinking about how we want to know more about something, or we want to experience something, or we're curious about something, and the universe brings it, all of those other thoughts we're having too, meaning fears and anxiety and stress and all of that, we're attracting that as well. Like, we are literally attracting 24/7 all of this.
Yep.
You know, and so that's a misconception when people are going, well, okay, so I was thinking this, and yeah, this came, you know what, but this happened. All right, that's because somewhere in here, there is that other thing, you know, and I know I don't want to run amok on here, but I would love to expand on this. At the Lightworker Development School, in my programs, the very first thing we do, my client and I, one-on-one, the first thing we do is I teach I'm going to call it your energetic self-care routine. And the reason for that is we have so much programming inside and out. We have so many energy cords. We have so much conditioning and debris.
Oh, yeah.
You don't even know who you are. You may think you do. Again, think, but you don't know who you are. And so in a very gentle way, start taking all of that stuff off. Start taking it off.
Yep.
In a gentle way, because again, if something is unpleasant, that usually stops us in our tracks.
Absolutely.
So that's why it's done in a way that it's pleasant. It feels good. Plus, we can change things energetically like this, but the human body still needs time to catch up.
Right.
We're different frequencies. And as they start discovering who they are, what their energy feels like, they also start discovering, we start discovering their thoughts, their belief systems, mindset. Yes, I'm teaching psychic development. It doesn't matter if you are the most gifted medium that has ever graced this planet, or if you are the most brilliant chef, or you are the most brilliant inventor of things. It doesn't matter if you are the world's best artist. If your mindset holds you back, holds you down, you will never experience all that you are capable of, But even more than that, no one else will either, which means you're being selfish. You're being selfish
Yes.
to yourself and to others. No one is ever going to know all that you are capable of, that gift that you brought. And again, that gift can be anything. So mindset is number one. It's in my program from day one, because let's just talk in our fields. Is metaphysical, holistic, spiritual practitioners. You hold back. You don't give the message because you don't trust. You don't have confidence in yourself, or confidence in this or that, and so you hold back and you don't give the full message. Yep. You don't follow that intuition to take that extra step to do blank. You just don't. So it's so important. And yes, we were learning more today about, like I said, law of attraction. We're always attracting everything, this, that, all the time. And we learned a new perspective of that.
Yes.
Which is how so many times right now here in our present, we're thinking about a whole bunch of things.
Yes.
80-90% of the things we're thinking are past, like past things that we have to do, or past things that happened, or past, we're thinking about dinner, but we're going back to have these thoughts. So we're bringing our past into our present, and it's in our present where we create our future.
I wrote that down. That was one of the first things that I wrote down for that today was stop talking about yesterday, because every time you talk about yesterday, you bring it about today. You have to be an observer, not an absorber. That was
an observer,
so
not
good.
an absorber. That was just like, hello.
I know.
That was holla.
Right, like
let me get an amen.
Yes.
So again, like so easily, like with law of attraction, yes, think about the things you would like to do, have, experience, learn. Be aware of those other thoughts that may be negated. And rather than fight them, all right, tweak them. Now, when I have a negative thought, honestly, I do something, or if someone says something that you just don't want that to come true. Right. Our word is our wand.
I love that. That's one of my most favorite things you've ever told me.
Your word is your wand, okay? And your emotions are the energy, that magic that makes that wand work. Okay, so what you're feeling when you're doing this, that's the magic. That's the magic, guys. And when something's coming out and you're like, no, I don't want that, I go cancel, delete. And I use my hands and I go cancel, delete, cancel, delete.
I say
or I'll go cancel, or I'll go like this. Why do I do something physical? Because we are the way we are wired. Yep. The way we are wired. When you back up your words and that emotion with something physical, that creates an anchor.
Yes.
So I literally, when I do this and it's now anchored, my entire being knows, even if I don't say a word, because I'm already programmed. If I just go like this, my entire body knows to stop that frequency, flip it around, send out the opposite.
Erin, how long have you been doing this? Let's just talk about that. Let's talk about how long you have been in the game.
I've been a psychic medium my entire life.
That's incredible.
I did not know when I was little those words. I knew nothing. My first real memory, I might have been around 3, close to 3, something like that. And just remember this deep booming man's voice knew my name and was talking to me. Scared the crap out of me. My little legs went running as fast and as hard as they can, screaming, made them check this. Oh God. Center Hall Colonial, it was like 4 floors and basement and everything. I made them check everything. And it wasn't until I was much older that I found out. After a while, the voice, no matter where I moved or when, he was there. So after a while, I was just like, all right, I don't know who you are. It doesn't matter.
Right.
It was decades before I found out it was my spirit guide.
And isn't that incredible that, and I kind of have a similar experience with my abilities too. Mine started in dreams, which we were just talking about. I'm a dream person. So a lot of my stuff happens in my dreams, and they would come give me messages, just like I was telling you. And I would wake up and tell my mom, and she would just look at me. One time my spirit guide took me to meet my great grandpa who had died. And I told her about the war medals he had and how he let me sit on his lap. And everybody was a little nervous because how did I know all this stuff so little? And I shut it off for a while because, and I'm sure you understand, when you're the only one going through something like this and you're talking about it and you're so young, you're so sensitive to everybody else's energy. And if there's fear around there, you go into fight or flight mode and you kind of try to shut stuff off.
For me, and I was raised in, it was my father, strict New York Italian Catholic.
Oh.
I went to Catholic school.
Okay.
So, they're sitting there telling me all of these things that are, based on the Catholic religion are big no-nos. And then I'm going home and I'm like having seances with like the neighborhood ghosts.
Right.
I didn't share that information with them because I knew this was like, no. I give thanks to my mother because she was supportive in such a non-obvious way that I knew when I realized I was different than everyone, I never felt stigma. I never felt like I had to turn it off. I just knew some people you could share it with and some you couldn't.
That's
So my mom would come to me and this was the way she did it. And she would just say, so, do you have a feeling about blank? And I remember I would just kind of cock my head like this. And I still do, I'm 56 and I'm still doing that same thing. And I would just kind of let the answer come to me and I would tell her and she'd say, thank you. And that was it. There was no big discussion. There was no nothing, but just by her doing that all the time, it validated who I was and what I could do without us ever really having to have this big conversation about it. Now, as I got older, God bless, the new age, the doors opened, the light came on, and you started having, people like Dorothy Althea, or you had James Van Praagh, and then you had Sylvia Brown, and you had Doreen Virtue, and God bless Louise Hay.
Yes.
God bless Louise Hay, founder of Hay House forever. I miss her. But so all of this, so now I was able to learn more. Like I didn't know the things I was doing, like the quote unquote names for a lot of things. And then I was able to actually connect with other people. And so then I really dived into studying. And not only have I literally spent decades dedicated to studying metaphysical, spiritual, holistic, the University of Sedona, their School of Metaphysics. I've taken so many courses, programs, certifications. I remember for myself, this is why mindset, every single person who works with me would do mindset. I had been doing readings for decades in my life, but before I could do a reading and take a penny for it, I freaked out. I was like, I can't do that. I'm just lucky. I've been reading tarot cards since I was 16 and tea leaves, but I'm like, no, but it's just luck, like I just know some things, but no.
You couldn't accept it.
I flew to Texas and I went through a very rigorous Lightworker program by a known psychic and got certified. I had to prove to me that it was legit even though at that point I was in my freaking 30s. I've been doing this since I was 3. Okay. But 30 years later, I still had to fly halfway across the country to get somebody to validate for me.
I understand.
And then I've also though went then and I'm studying the science. Because let me tell you my opinion of science.
Okay.
Science is somebody figured out the magic. Everything is magic. Science is someone finally figured out the words or the action or the thing to do so that every time you get this, someone figured it out. So I was like, huh, because that's what science is. I don't care what they tell you. And science is always changing and always growing.
Have you seen Soraya in my group at all? Have you seen her?
No, I haven't.
I would love to introduce you. She is a scientist, PhD, spent 10 years cultivating her degree, turned spirituality just like that. And she said that
I need to talk to her because science, and that is why, so I had my hypnosis certification, but I really wanted more. And I did go for my hypnotherapy certification. I am board certified. I love that. And then I was introduced to NLP, which is neuro-linguistic programming. Well, honey, let me tell you, I sat, guys, I'm going to be so honest and vulnerable here with you. I'm going to take off any professionalism you think I have.
Let's do it, baby.
All right. I was sitting in the front row, you know, paper and pen, and I'm just hugging. And then they're going into the NLP. This is about being authentic, right? Totally lost where I am. I was so into it and so captivated that my mind was thinking, oh my God, this is like the most delicious buffet of things. I need this. So I'm sitting there, and the next thing I know, I'm going,
I believe it.
Like that in the front row.
Yep.
I was just like, and the instructor looked at me, I was like, more. Like it was like, feed me, I need more. And taking that science, all that I've learned about the brain, learn about our cells, learned about, you know, I knew energy this way. I am a Reiki master attunements and a lot of the other modalities. But then, so when you take that science, like Dr. Emoto, when you take that science, Joe Dispenza, when you take that science, NLP, when you take that science, you know, that maybe James Waddell or Napoleon Hill, you know, they were giving it to you, but now you've got that science, that real meaty science that backs up all of those words. And when you put that together, which is what I do, I put that together so that you get it, you apply it, you not only get it here, but now you wired it into your body. So you use your psychic or your energetic connections with what we've learned about how this thing works.
Don't you think that it's incredible? And I've always believed this. And I have to tell you, props to you on the mindset, because that's what I start with in my program too. The first week is over mindset work. Because what did Gabby say? This shit works, TSW.
TSW. You know what? Honestly, you will never. Okay, if you don't even want to care about anybody else, but if you're a spiritual person and you're here, you care.
Absolutely. You
care. So I'm not even going to pretend you don't. And, you know, in the beginning, I'll mess. I'll play. I'll say, if you don't care about yourself, let's just do it for everyone else. But let me tell you, before you know it, you're doing it for you too, and you do care about you too. And I believe in reincarnation. I'm not going to pretend that I don't. I do past life regressions, and past lives have come up in my lifetime and so many of my clients over the decades.
Did you do the Dolores Cannon, QHHT?
Huh?
Did you do Dolores Cannon? Did you do her?
No.
Okay. No, I love Dolores Cannons. A
lot of people do.
Oh man, I just love to dabble in all of it.
It just kind of, again, my abilities, the way, now I don't remember my chart. I'm not going to pretend I do. So I don't know if I charted to have them all or not, or if that's just the way, it was like, hey, I do have all of the abilities. I have the ones that are the ones that my go-to, but my agreement with the universe is that they can use any one of them to give me the message that I meant to get, or to help me help somebody else.
I love that.
So I'm just, doing them. But with the past life, even that being said, I want everyone who's listening, when someone says, oh, you only live once, and of course I go, well, that's not true. But besides the point, you're only going to live this lifetime once, meaning I want you to think of this lifetime as a destination vacation. You choose a destination, you choose your life package.
Yes.
And you are only ever going to be able to do that once. It is a one-time deal. Could you go to that destination again? Yes. You're not going to get the same package. It's not going to be the same. So this lifetime, you are only going to do this one once. And we come to experience.
Yes.
Now, we can get lost in human labels, learning, karma, dharma, this, that, da. Those are subjects that we can chat about another day. Long story short, I'm just going to, for today, just bear with me, guys. We come to experience. On a spiritual side, there is no good, there is no bad, it just is. It is neutral. We come to experience as if we are actors, and an actor wants to take on a new role. You may take on a role that has some familiarity to some other role that you've done past life, but every role is a new role. And sometimes you want to play the good guy, sometimes you want to play the bad guy, sometimes you want to play the heroine, sometimes you want to play the peasant. And we think, wait a minute, I charted this? Yeah, actually you wrote the whole script. However, you did let there be some free will in there, so that, you may say, I'm going to go here, but what you do when you get there, what you wear, what you eat, that's going to change up. But this is a once in this lifetime destination. So why not enjoy? Enjoy means enjoy.
Yes, which comes from
enjoy. Plus N as in enter. Enjoy. In and all of it. And to do that is to do, be, have, achieve, and experience.
Yes.
And you have the ability, you have the gift, you have the skill to choose. And honestly, if you are finding yourself in a way that you do not know how to choose, or for some reason you feel you don't have choices, and you're listening to me going, easy for her to say. All right, let me tell you, we all include in our chart crap.
Yes.
Why? Because like you were saying, we don't become an expert on just like, everything is so multifaceted.
Yes.
So multifaceted that even if I become an expert on this, I now still need to become an expert on that. And then I'm going to become an expert on this. And then I still need to become an expert. And there's so many ways.
Yep.
If you take any theme, any topic, nothing is just that one dimensional.
Nope.
It's so multifaceted. So you are going to, if I'm going to want to know what this is like, that's how I'm coming. So everyone goes through stuff. We are ever growing. We are ever experiencing. And even though we think we should have our heads examined, yes, we did choose to experience this stuff. Are there loopholes? Yes, but that's also other long conversations.
Day, isn't it?
But I just want to say, please embrace who you are and know you do have choices. Working with your mind and your mindset and using that in conjunction with energy and spirituality, holistic and metaphysical modalities, you can really, really rock this freaking life.
Yes, you can.
And, you know, I know that Lacy is here to help you. And if anyone would like to talk with me, please do not hesitate to reach out. You know, I am more than happy to see what I can do to help you as well.
Yes, Erin's wonderful. And I want to touch base on one thing, because I'm sure some people are like, we're not, the whole reincarnation thing is hard, and that's okay. It doesn't have to be easy to understand. Do your research. And I tell everybody there's power in knowledge, and don't take what I say for granted. Go look it up yourself. Go make your own opinion. Go ahead and feed your mind all this stuff and sift and sort through your own opinions. But I've been through so many things in my life that I literally felt, oh my God, this was pre-planned. I'm literally walking into it, and it's the deja vu of, oh my gosh.
That's what deja vu is for.
Yes.
Deja vu, because we hold so much in our cell memories and our soul.
Yes.
I'm going to break it down to, we're like three parts. We're that soul, that essence, that being, the source, the child of the creator of all that is, God.
Yes.
On the inside, right? On the outside, the third part, we is this body. This is our sexy vehicle, right? That we are going to travel this Earth's destination in. This is our mode of transportation.
Why it's important to take care of it.
Here's the second part. Your brain, your mind. Now, I call it the puppy. I'm actually going to write a book about this, and it's called Training Your Puppy.
I love it.
The puppy. I want you to think of your mind, your brain, actually, as like a 5-year-old lab puppy. Because lab puppies, even once they're 5, they're still in puppy stage, but now they're big and they're strong and they've been fed for 5 years. There's some weight to them, okay? The puppy loves you, wants to protect you at all costs, okay? So your puppy is just gonna, like, if you start to feel nervous or uncomfortable, triggering off that bell, fight or flight, which is the number one reason we have a brain. That is the brain's number one function. It is to keep you safe, to keep you alive. So once it's, you know, it's doing the organs, but it's also simultaneously, the moment you feel uncomfortable about something, it doesn't know the difference between past, present, or future. Therefore, that bell goes off and your puppy goes, oh no, you're not feeling good. I got you. I'm going to guard you. So sometimes leaving our comfort zone is like
hard.
It's hard. But in here, deja vu is clues. It's a peak, a flash, that's so that you know you are exactly where you are supposed to be.
Yes.
So it doesn't matter what's going on in your life. That is a signpost that you are exactly where you're supposed to be at this moment. I then stop and I go, okay, it's telling me to be aware. It's a signpost. So now, you know, because you're just going along, and then the signpost says, hey, you're still on track. Okay, where am I? What am I doing? Where am I heading? What's going on in my life? What's coming up that maybe I was thinking of or planning, and I pay attention because it's telling me where I am right now. I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be. And so that means I have choices that I need to be aware of.
Yes, I love that. My last bit of deja vu was when Nick was on the ventilator. And I'm sure you can understand this. It was, I walked in the hospital and I thought, this is pre-planned. And I know that's crazy. And with all the stuff going on, it was like a little voice in my head that kept saying, your mindset matters right now. Your mindset matters right now. This is, you are, and this is a hard one for people too. You are creating your reality, and this can go a lot of different ways. Your mindset matters right now. And it was deja vu. Every time I would walk, I would have to leave because of COVID, and I would walk back in, and I would almost feel Nick and I, because he was, you know, sedated, our souls. It was a very strong connection of, this is what we're doing right now. This was happening.
He needed, now, we could talk about that for an hour or two.
I know.
Let me tell you, because I could talk about exit points. I could talk about our contracts and just so many things. What I do want to say about that is why for your group right now to know energy. So our thoughts, here's the thing, people, our thoughts create our emotions. We think it's our emotions that trigger our thoughts. Honestly, and again, I can explain you the science behind that, but it is our thoughts that create our emotions. Our emotions literally means energy in motion.
Yes.
So your emotions is that energy in motion, which is what you're singing. So he needed from you energy that was going to support him as opposed to frenetic fear energy.
Correct.
That wasn't going to give him something he could take from.
Right.
Because that energy is going in the opposite direction. It wasn't going to help. So you were recognizing on a soul level, and you were allowing yourself to say, I'm going to ignore the chatter. I'm going to listen to this truth that I hear.
Yes.
And the truth is saying, step your butt out of it, reset yourself, hit that reboot button, and go back in this way. And he was drawing on that.
Oh, absolutely. There's no way around it. I
mean,
mean,
your deja vu was reminding you, okay, you guys charted this. Okay, be aware, pay attention. This is important.
And this is incredible because you're so right. And, you know, there's these, what some people call them, the extras that walk in your life at these times, right? And listen to this. I'm at a Catholic hospital, and that morning a Reiki master came to pray over him. And I didn't know, hadn't told anybody who I was the first morning. And she goes, there's something in you. What do you do? And I don't know if you know much about human design, but I'm a projector. So I don't offer information unless it's asked, because that's how I help and support people best. Is unsolicited opinions for me don't sit well. People have to come and ask. So then I will share. And I started sharing, and she just said, this isn't a coincidence. And it was just things like that over and over and over and over, that the deja vu, the feeling of mindset, spirit handing me these people to keep me on this mindset. You're absolutely right. It was pre-planned. And wow.
Here's another way for people to think of mindset.
Yes.
All right. Exchange the word mind for radio. Okay.
Love that.
Exchange the word mind. Because mind, we're saying this like, you know, this thing.
Right.
Set. We're going to set it. Where our mindset is that is just like a radio. That is the airwave. That is the energy wave that you are going to tap into. It's also your radio. If it's a two-way, that's not only what you're tapping into. So that's what's supplying your source. That's what you're doing. And then that's what you're putting back out. Therefore, setting your radio, set your mind to what it is that you want to take in, what you want to experience, take in and put out. This is what I want to do. And that's why if you want to do something different, you tweak your mindset, because now I'm going to switch my dial.
Yes.
So that I'm tapping into this. And that's all energy.
Yep.
That's energy. So maybe that's a little something that, will be, you know what, guys, I am going to ask you, anyone who did take the time, again, thank you, to be here with Lacy and I. We're going on close to an hour, I think. 40 minutes, I think. But anyway, I want to say thank you. But also, please leave us some comments. Was there anything here that you went, aha? Is there anything that we talked about that maybe you have questions? You want a little bit more information or clarity on? Is there anything that we're talking about that you have a personal experience that you would like to share? Please do. Lacy and I, behind the scenes, as I said, founding partner in Coach Talk Cafe. It's a brand new platform where we are dedicated and committed to assisting people to live out to their full human potential and to live in abundance. And I knew Lacy was, I was like, Lacy. And we are going to be doing a joint program venture called the Sacred Healing Sanctuary on the platform, which will be launching soon. In the meantime, right now, we are part of our the Women's Empowerment Cafe. We meet every Saturday for 90 minutes of sisterhood, of learning, of sharing, growing. Some weeks we get speakers coming in, teaching us new things, teaching us about feminine energy, teaching us about all sorts of personal development things, spiritual growth and mindset. And then other weeks we're just tapping all into our divine feminine. Yes. And so it's amazing. It's crazy good. If anyone's interested in knowing how you could come and spend some time with us on a Saturday doing that too, please let us know. But, put this stuff down in the comments, because we're going to be doing this a lot. We do it a lot now behind the scenes, but we're going to be doing it now more in front of you guys. And we want to know. We want to know what's on your mind. We want to know what's resonating with you. We want to know what things you are finding helpful, what things maybe you would really like some insight into. We are here to serve.
Let us serve you. That's exactly right. Let us serve you. And Tanya, that's listening, she's our silent listener. She's coming on Saturday to the Women's Empowerment.
Yay! Excellent. I am so excited. That's fabulous. This Saturday is going to be phenomenal.
I know it's
like it's like whoa. This Saturday we are going to be talking about really breaking free into who you are. And for those who are entrepreneurs or would like to be, or even those who just maybe they want to start selling cupcakes, or whatever
you're thinking.
Or if you work somewhere and you'd like to get a promotion or a raise, but you know what, it's about shining, it's about being more you and presenting those sides of yourself. We're going to be tapping into a lot of that this weekend, so I'm excited.
I am too. Every time I go to anything from that, I gain so much, and I'm sure you understand. We've had 2 meetings this week. I've taken 10 pages of notes. It's just like I can't stop. It's all new knowledge, and not all new knowledge. It's we talked about it today. Maybe it's something we've learned about a few years ago and we've put it down and we're picking it back up. And I freaking love that, because that goes back to, we're never an expert. There's always more to learn. There's always more growing to do. There's always more comfort zone to push. And that's a big thing for me, is get out of your comfort zone. It is safe for you to get out of your comfort zone in order to grow. It is safe for you to push past those limitations.
You know what? But there's the key word, safe.
Yes.
Remember, I told you the number one function of our brain is to keep us alive.
Yes.
Fight or flight, fight or flight. And anything that feels even the least bit uncomfortable makes that bell go off.
Yep.
Because our brain, I know this, please guys, this is scientific proof. Our brain does not, emotionally, does not get the difference between life and death.
Nope.
Everything is in that moment. You're feeling it. All it knows is if that bell went off, alarms are off.
Yep.
So it's got to save you. We have to reset that mindset, that radio, reset the trigger dial. And how do we do that? Every time we experience or we choose to do something out of our comfort zone, we reset that dial. And I want to explain why going out of your comfort zone is a good thing. I want you to think, this is my comfort zone. All right, this is my comfort zone. And you've heard the saying, everything you want
is out of it.
Everything you want is outside of your comfort zone. Okay, pretend this is your comfort zone. It's your living room, your house, it's where you are. If you want means you don't have it. Want means lack, it's not there.
Right.
All right, if you want it, that means you don't have it. It's outside of your comfort zone. Well, of course, if it was in here, you wouldn't be wanting it. You already had it. So whether it is a milkshake from like a Steak and Shake or Sonic or somebody down the road, or whether it is forming new relationships, or whether it's entertaining new thoughts, or an exercise routine, or taking up painting, or, you know, anything. If it's not in here, you wouldn't want it. It's out here. And the only way to do that is to keep expanding this. Keep expanding it. Keep expanding it. When you do that, every time you make that choice and you tell the puppy, talk to it.
Yes.
Like the puppy. And I will say, okay, listen. It's okay. I was just feeling a little nervous, but I'm going to switch because, and again, did you know that the emotion, energy in motion, nervousness and excitement are the same?
No, I didn't know that.
They're opposite sides of the same.
Okay.
So by reframing the word and telling myself, I thought I was nervous. Actually, I'm excited because I haven't done this. I'm excited to see what it's going to be like. It's the same energy. All I did was pick up on its other name. That switched here.
Yep.
And every time you expand this, no, don't take stupid risks. I'm not, okay, you're never gonna see me hang gliding or all these other like things. I'm not even gonna do a roller coaster, guys.
You might see me doing that, but.
All right. So, you know, I'm not saying be like, you know, crazy at all about the choices you make, but stop and ask yourself, is this life and death? And if the answer is no, if you thought it, that meant part of you wanted to do it. Do it. As long as it is with harm to none, including you.
Yes.
Do it.
I love it. Well, Erin, wow. We have covered so much today and it was so good. So I just want to thank you so much. This is the first of many. And we are
Thank
so
you.
thankful for everybody to tune in. But I do want to repeat what Erin said. We are here to serve. So questions, comments, if you want to, and I'll have Erin, would you care to just drop a little bit about me and put your group in my group and let people be able to go?
And exactly. We need to schedule. I would love it if we did like a weekly chat. We can bring our coffee. We could bring a beverage. Oh, what the heck? We could be Kathy Lee and what's her name? Hoda. Bring a wine glass. You know, mine's probably still going to have lemon water in it, but you know, we could pretend. And in each of the groups, and let's bring, you know,
everybody
the light work, you know, my light workers, my empaths, my healers. Plus, you know, we already share a lot of people in common.
Do. That's one thing I want to touch on really quick is Erin and I share clients. We have a very heart-based service. We are here to serve, and we share clients because we have the same intentions. And
to serve.
Yes.
You know, and you know what? Not even you're going to go to Italian restaurants, they're still not going to be identical, you know? And I'm always referring people out. I know Lacy is too. That's the other thing. We want to show, we want to do the walk. We're showing you the walk, that we're not just talking the talk, we do the walk, and literally want to show that being heart-centered and being of service, being healthy and happy and living in abundance and prosperity are not opposites. It's very, and that by supporting each other and women, loving women, none of that crap that we see in like those movies, high school movies, it doesn't have to be that way. No. We get choices. So absolutely, we're going to talk about how we can make this a weekly thing, because that would be great. And you know, people can we'll do a post, we'll do a poll, like if there's topics that they want us to cover for that week. I'll do the same. I will leave the link for my group, which is the Light Warriors. My page is Lightworker Erin Koczur. And yeah, let's hey guys, let's unite.
Let's do it, because we can all help each other. There's enough to go around. There's never a lack. And I know Erin works with other women. I have over 5 women that I refer to all the time. If I'm not, you know, if I can't help somebody, there's more people to go to. There is not a lack.
Always.
We can work together and we can be great together, because there's never a lack of people to serve. We're stronger together. Teamwork makes the dream work.
And if you need a visual, because again, I like to get, the more we can get the body involved in something, it anchors, the better. I want you to think of yourself as a flashlight. We are each a flashlight, and we shine the path. And yeah, we do. What happens when 2 flashlights, 3 flashlights, 4 flashlights, 5, they come, we become a beacon. We become a beacon. And so that when we add our energies together, our prayers, our intent, it all goes up like a beacon into the sky. And when we send it out to a person, a situation, or whatever, it is this huge beacon that embraces so many. So yeah, we are fabulous flashlights, and don't stop being a fabulous flashlight. And if you need to recharge those batteries, you get in touch with me, because we're going to charge those batteries. But yes, when we unite and come together,
it feels so good.
All right, we're a force. We are a force. Yeah.
So thank you so much, beautiful. I loved our talk today, and we are going to make this. We have to make this happen, because this was so good. Thank you all for showing up. Give yourself the pat on your back, because if you showed up here, literally pat yourself on the back. Literally, you showed up for yourself. So thank you. If you came across this video, it's because something in you needed to see it. So sending you guys so much love, and thank you all for being here.
Thank you for having me. Bye, hon. Bye, everybody. Bye. Have a fabulous day.